You have a 4.0 GPA, you even have a great SAT score. But does that qualify you for a scholarship? Watch the rest of the video to know more. Hey, this is Zunaid, and in this video, I'm going to talk about what really determines your scholarship other than your academic results. Firstly, we all have a common thought that you need a great SAT score and a good high school GPA for getting a good scholarship. But this is so not true. In fact, there are a lot of students with a lower GPA and a moderate SAT score ending up with great scholarships. And even if you do have a great academic result, which is a plus point, don't you think there are a lot of students with the same score that you got? Let's say you have a SAT score of 1470 and a GPA of 4.0. There are hundreds of students with the same academic result like yours. But not everyone gets a scholarship. So how do universities actually differentiate between students? To clear all the confusion, universities have a very holistic approach in reviewing a student for a scholarship. Hence, there are a lot of other factors that come into play other than our academic results. Universities look for a versatile person. Someone who's not only good at studies, but who's also good at every other field. And in order to know that, the first thing they'll look into is your extracurricular activities, ECA. ECAs are one of the most important factors in the entire application process. Before moving on to the depths, I want to make this thing clear that you do not need your certificates to prove your ECA. I repeat, no certificates are required. So what activity really counts as an ECA? Well, this is obviously not something that you're really good at or that's your hobby or something like that. But an ECA is something for which you've put in a lot of time and effort or something that actually makes you different from the others. The first type of ECA is personal. This could be something like a creative skill. Let's say you draw well or you paint and you have a collection of it, or you're into photography and you've made a profile for it. In fact, a lot of big universities like Yale, Harvard, these actually want a portfolio of you where you actually show them your creative skills and whatnot. A personal ECA can also be a small project that you did with Arduino or electric circuits and you eventually produce something out of it. So these are some examples of personal ECAs. Next is leadership skills. This is very important. Let's say you were in one of the leading positions in your high school club or something like that, or you were like one of the founders of an organization and you took the lead in managing the events, or let's say it was more like a community service or whatnot. Because universities look for leaders, future leaders. So if you have any of such skills, this would surely increase your chances for getting a scholarship. Next is an ECA where you actually represented your school or community or even your country. Inter-school tournaments, debating competitions, MUNs, and so many other things fall into this category. If you have done one of these, then it's a great plus point for you because universities would think that you're someone who's not only talented but also responsible. At the same time, if you're someone who has participated in an international competition, it's a great plus point because this actually makes you someone who had an international exposure, which is considered very important for considering a scholarship. Next is volunteering and community service. This is the very common one, and this is where you can include, let's say you volunteered for some non-profit organization or you volunteered for an event or something. This type of ECA actually makes a university think that you're someone who's more involved with the community and care for the people around. Summing up, If you're someone who's one of the main priorities is getting a good scholarship, then make sure you have done something which involves leadership skills, which involved community service, volunteerism. You've done something where you actually represented your community or school. You've done something that's creative or anything else that has actually made you someone different. But here's the catch, it's always quality over quantity. You don't want to be someone who's the jack of all trades and master of none. Instead of volunteering for like five community service events, just attend one event where you were the leader. The next thing is essay. Your college essay is very important, and a good essay can actually take you to places. So make sure you see this video to know more about this, because this is also very important if you're considering a scholarship. If this video helped you, then don't forget to put a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. That was all from me. Thank you so much.